I was asked to give a talk in this session. I feel very honored. Thank you for inviting me here. And I think I should go to the stage, right? Okay. I prepared a short introduction to my company, but in the previous session, I heard lots about the different cultures, Asia culture, German culture. So I will share with you some Chinese culture. And yes, usually I've been living in Germany for 18 years. So if someone asks me, you are Chinese or German, usually I speak German. I spent 18 years in China and 18 years in Germany, so I will say, in the middle of my life. And I'm very lucky to be such an international guy with half my mind in German and half of my mind in China. So this is the reason I built up this team. As you can see, lots of our colleagues have studied in Germany. They come from China. And I don't know if you have a number in the mind, how many Chinese students are studying in Germany every year? There are more than 30,000 in different universities. So today, I think it's a hard competition for very good engineers, especially for us, an international company. We would like to attract people who come from China, studied in Germany, so who can understand both cultures. I will tell you a true story about this different culture issue. So lots of our people come from China, studied in Germany, and most of them come back to China. So they are working for LiangDao in Beijing and Shanghai. And the other people are working in Berlin and Munich. So we have 4 locations. In China, we have 35 people, and in Germany, 20 people. So we try to keep the balance, half Chinese, half Germany. And we are working with German OEM this is our premium customer, so with Audi, Volkswagen, and Porsche. Our company is quite young, just 7 months in Berlin, but we are very lucky to qualify as a supplier for Volkswagen. It's not so easy, but we are lucky that we have done this step. So what we are doing is very simple to explain. We try to identify different driving scenarios in different countries. I just give you an example. I think all of you have driving license, right? You can drive in Japan, you can drive in Germany, but how about driving a car for you in Rome? How about driving a car in Helsinki? Different locations have different behavior. And if we were talking about autonomous driving, it means you have to design an autonomous driving car who understand the local driving behavior. Otherwise, a German engineer create an autonomous driving program which were never used in Chinese market. So our task is understand the driving behavior, provide this big data platform to the OEM customer. So for example, Volkswagen asked us, Yang, let me know what are the exactly cut-in, it means a car come to your area, cut-in situation in China. What are the technical parameters you know? So we can develop our autonomous driving functionality. So this is our only product. We are building big data platform to collect all the data and provide this driving behavior statistics. So big data in autonomous driving. It's very interesting. If I talking about autonomous driving, everyone asks me, do you have an autonomous car? No, okay. Do you use artificial intelligence? No. Do you have a sensor? No. What are you doing? It's not autonomous driving. But we are focusing on the very fundamental step of not autonomous driving, try to understand the driving behavior in different locations. You will say it's just easy, it's different. Yeah, how different? How you can identify the differences? So we have built a special car. This car is in Berlin in the driveway. If you visit us, you can have a look on this car. This car had 9 different sensors from different providers. These different sensors, mainly LiDAR sensors, are mounted into the car so nobody can see them. It's really integrated into the car. And then we have also different camera system and LiDARs on the roof of the car. So this is our system to collecting the data. But don't worry about data protection, because LiDAR has a very, I will say, LiDAR data are not equal image image data. So sometimes I have a really bad feeling if a car with cameras driving just around and taking all the pictures, I'm not feel very good. But if I show you the LiDAR picture, you will get my point. So this is our vehicle. And what you can, I hope you can see something. This is the original LiDAR point cloud data, just points, millions of points. And our algorithm, our application can detect objects from these millions of LiDAR points. And this is a very hard way to do that. Because as you can know, different LiDAR points doesn't say anything. They are just points. But we have to detect an object like a car, a bicycle, and truck, and bus out of these meaningless points. So you need very intelligent people to create such algorithm to do that. So at the end, we can identify and track all of the traffic objects in this chain. So you can detect objects and with this LiDAR point. I mentioned one point. It's different than image, right? It's not a computer vision. So we don't need any images. We just use this point clouds. The advantage is you cannot get any personal information out of this picture. It's a very important issue. In Germany, in Europe, you know this data security issue. So we can do everything in alignment with this law. This is very important. So what you can do with this understanding of traffic scenario, so we use them to develop autonomous driving functions. So only you understand the situation of the driving behavior, you can develop your autonomous driving functionality. Otherwise, it's not possible. So our process ensures that you will get all the driving scenarios from different locations. And this is 8 different scenarios you will see at the end from our program. I just skip because it's very technical. In this year and next year, we will collect and analyze data from almost 20 locations in Europe and in China. But China is very big, so we are just expanding our team to enable this big data platform in China and Europe. I think we are not the number one to do that, but we are the number one using LiDAR to detect traffic scenario in the world. So this is actually, I would like to share more with you. We have this Chinese-German team. We are working with agile software development methodology. Everything is fine? No, of course not. Because we have 30 engineers in China and in Germany. One of the difficulty is the time shift. We have 7 hours different time zones. So it makes a big problem because in China and in Germany, we have just 3 and 4 hours when the engineer working together. It's not so easy. So we have to manage that the Chinese engineer will stay longer in the office, and the German engineer will come to the office earlier. So we have to try to find this, I will say, a working mode to work together. And the second point is the people has different understanding of quality and different understanding of processes. Sometimes in China, I just get a result very fast. But you look deeper in the result, it doesn't fit the requirements. So we have put lots of effort to try to tell our Chinese engineer to take more time, think about the quality. But on the other hand side, in Germany, sometimes, yes, like these things happened. So sometimes you have to be flexible, and this is I always tell my people. What I learned from this setup is you cannot push your people to work together. You have to tell them why they work together. And how can you use this different time shift to make an advantage? So I create a 24-hour working mode. So our Chinese engineer just working, and then they will hand over the result to the German engineer. They continues working and hand over to the Chinese engineer. So I create this kind of cycle so we can take advantage of these different time zones. But it's about trust. If you hand over something to your colleagues and then you go to sleep, you have to make this handover very professionally. And this is not easy. So we have practiced 7 months to build this trust, to create this process. So we avoid this problem. People have to stay longer in the office or come too earlier to the office. So this is, I learned, people would like to be successful. People would like to have fun on the work. As a manager, you have to create such an atmosphere to support your colleagues to have fun on the job. I always tell my people, it's not about the money you earn by me. You should be a better you in 3 months. You have to see your progress, and I'm supporting you. You are not working for me, you are working for yourself. Thank you.